What's going on, guys? Zach here from undergroundstrength.tv, and I have an interesting question, and I'm going to preface it by saying that you got to go the next level and seek out a more qualified person for this. So the question is dealing with intermittent fasting, and somebody had told me that they've been following Renegade Diet for several years. They were doing awesome on it. This question is coming from a female, and she told me that her friend, a male, he's experiencing different results after all these years. And I've learned that men and women have these slightly different or maybe very different metabolisms. Some of them respond, or men respond in a better manner to the intermittent fasting than the women. And the other thing is that after a while, from my experiences of doing intermittent fasting, and I started doing this probably some 12 years ago when I was following Ori Hofmeckler's Warrior Diet. I remember after half a year, in my mind, I was like, damn, I just want to eat some breakfast. I just want to have breakfast again. And what I've learned to do is when I do follow intermittent fasting is to cycle it. Rather than go 7 days straight, I might do a Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, allow myself to eat, quote unquote, normal. One thing I've seen in myself and even other people who kind of not eating enough is you quote unquote break your metabolism, where your metabolism basically slows itself down because it's not getting enough nutrients, not getting enough calories, and people are afraid to, I guess, fuel their body and eat more. So I would search out some qualified nutritionists. Maybe there's some in your area, maybe not. Those of you in New Jersey, go to my buddy Tom Bilella at nutritiontreatmentcenter.com. Those of you not in New Jersey, you guys could check out guys like Lane Norton and get some information from him, Rob Wolf, and you could simply listen to their podcasts. And one interesting thing I've learned from those guys is when they're being interviewed, my friend Mark Smelly Bell interviewed them on the Powercast, they talk about actually just not being afraid to eat, eating protein, eating carbs, fueling yourself, feeding yourself. And Jason talks about that in the Renegade Diet, where if your body temperature is not at a certain temperature, then you should not be intermittent fasting. So maybe it's time to go back, reread some of those finer details of the Renegade Diet. You guys could get that at renegadedietplan.com and just pick up on some of those finer details, and that's going to be my advices to you. So do I intermittent fast now? I used to, and I've stopped for a while because when I went and got blood work over at Nutrition Treatment Center, and even speaking with some of my friends like Brian McKenzie, you know what they told me? They said, you're eating like a little girl. For all the training that you're doing and all the heavy lifting you're doing, you're not fueling yourself enough. So I started eating more, and I got leaner from it and felt better. Now, it's okay to change your nutrition. Sometimes you could change it according to the seasons. So if you live in the Northeast, you might be eating a little bit more during the winter time and then eating kind of a different style, more fruits, veggies, less of the heavier proteins and stuff in the spring and summer. So it's kind of seasonal eating. Marty Gallagher speaks about that, and he's the author of Purposeful Primitive. So one thing I've learned, that broken metabolism comes from trying to fast yourself, starve yourself, and that's something you want to be careful of. The one thing I do understand, I'm not a nutritionist, but the one thing I do understand is that of listening to my body. If the body's telling me it's hungry, then it means I need to eat. If the body wants to rest and it's really feeling run down or giving me signs of being run down, then back off and rest. As much as I talk about mental toughness, I also dial that in with a more strategic, intelligent approach where I do listen to my body, and that's something that some people don't have experience doing. They're too busy listening to everybody else, when the first thing you want to listen to is the signs that your body's giving you. And that comes through educating yourself and just experience in training and in nutrition. So do what makes you healthy and also do what feels good. I'm Zach Evnish at undergroundstrength.tv. Get over to the blog, check out all the new stuff going on there, our podcasts on iTunes, the Strong Life podcast, as well as Stitcher, and subscribe. Hit the Start Here button on my blog at undergroundstrength.tv. Have some amazing training courses for you that when you put them to the use, you're going to get a powerful powerful program, and it's stuff that a lot of people out there are charging for, but I love showing you guys what we work with, what we do, how it's so powerful to prove to you. It's important to me that you guys take action with it. Your success is important to me. It means a lot, and that's why I do all these videos. That's why I've got, I don't know, 1,700 videos by now. All right, guys, little remnants of the snow. Where's that girl? Get that girl out of here. What you doing, girl? All right, guys, take it easy.